Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, bringing you another Star Citizen video. Today we're going to talk about inside Star Citizen of August 3rd, 2020. You're getting this video on August 4th, but I did record it on August 3rd for release for August 4th, just to give you some transparency. This was definitely one of my favorite inside Star Citizens. It covered the Talon, it covered mocap, it covered a lot of great little information that maybe we haven't heard because they haven't really been talking about it too much. So they start off by talking about the alien stuff, how they really get out of the box, so to speak, to design all of the alien ships. This obviously is focusing more on the Talon. This thing has definitely already been white boxed and somewhat flyable in the verse. They've flown around the white box part of the ship. But they're definitely deep into design on this thing. Of course, you can see the Prowler here. It takes a lot from that design language. Obviously, the Tevarin are a bird-like species, so their ships are definitely reflecting their species. So this thing looks like a bird. You saw the video yesterday with, when I talked about the cell of the Talon. Now they're talking a little bit more about how it's being made. What's unique about it, what's the interesting things about it. These feathers and stuff will actually expand. The wings will kind of go out. It'll look like a bird. They did say this was definitely a glass cannon. It's listed as medium armor, but they said that it's not going to hold up to, I guess, consistent fire. You're going to want to hit and run. Get out of there. It's definitely got the bigger guns. They said it's all about the guns. They did not talk about the Shrike so much, just the Talon itself. The Shrike doesn't have big guns. It's got big missiles, and a lot of them. So that one, you fire off those missiles from range, you're going to blow up a lot of ships. It's kind of unfair in a way, because especially right now with countermeasures being junk and shields not being so great against missiles like they're supposed to be, this thing could definitely cook a few ships at the moment. Some of that I'm sure will be fixed by December, but this is CGI we're talking about. By December we may not have shields on any ships. I'm kidding, but I mean that could be a bug that we end up encountering, you never know. I really liked how they were showing off some of these guns and the different design on them. It was really neat to me. They talked about the different sizes. John Crew was definitely he definitely wanted to mention how size 4 guns could be mounted on this thing as fixed guns. They also talked about the escape pod in the cockpit and how it functions. You can see here in the video. Very neat. They've never done anything like this before. They've done escape pods, but they've never done the whole front section of the ship just kind of shooting off in the front. Now, I know another ship that's going to have something similar for an escape, and that's going to be the Vanguard. Supposedly the body of the Vanguard will be able to survive for a long period of time out in deep space without too much trouble. It's designed to survive some nasty beatings. But here you can see in the white box stage, this ship flying around. It looks really good for just being in white box. So yeah, the Talon, definitely a cool looking ship. It's not going to be for everybody. Don't just run out and buy it. You need to make sure you are interested in that hit and run style of gameplay, that you know that this ship could get obliterated pretty quick against something like maybe a Saber or a Hornet, unless you have the Shrike and you can just missile spam it to death. That this ship is definitely going to be something that you kind of need to know what you're going in against, or know that you can escape. They said it's going to be highly maneuverable with those wings, that it'd be able to escape a lot of danger. But saying one thing and being able to do it's another. We'll have to wait and see how the thing turns out in the verse. So now they go into talking about the mocap stuff. This was really interesting. I really enjoyed this talk about mocap. A lot of times I will honestly get a little sleepy when they talk about some of this stuff, but they were talking about how they were doing new scenes for Squadron 42 even at this time, and it was for kind of like the bit players, if you want to call them that. The bit players being the crewmen in the background that are just jibber-jabbering or just going about their daily routine or their business. They said before they had some animations kind of for these guys, but it was very crude. It wasn't, they didn't have a whole lot going on in those. Then they showed, real life or real time performance capture of these crewmen. It was really solid. Here at the end of the video, they're actually going to play out the entire thing. And yeah, it was really good. And I really did enjoy all of this little mocap explanation, or they just kind of walked us through it. It was really neat, and I can't wait to see how all this pays off in Squadron 42. I just don't think there's ever been a game that's put this kind of detail into things going on in the game. Maybe even in the behind the people that are kind of in the periphery or in the peripheral of the main character. You'll be able to walk up to these people, as they said, have a conversation with them, and then break off in the middle of the conversation. In most games, those people are going to just keep on talking, or they'll just abruptly stop. But in this game, they'll actually have, they'll stop talking, but it'll be more realistic the way that it all happens. So it's really cool. They may go on about their business. There's just I'm just looking forward to this a lot. I think it'll be really awesome. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Squadron 42 and all the things Chris Roberts brings us with that game. It's going to be something new, something different, and something cool. Did you guys watch Inside Star Citizen? What did you guys think of all of this? What do you think of the Talon? I know some of you probably comment on the video yesterday, but you kind of got to see it in flight a little bit. They explained a little bit more about it. What do you think about it? Is this a ship that you're going to pick up, or is it a ship you're going to just let go? I can see Texas Space Navy having alien fleets just so we can, I guess, go into those areas in the verse, because we may have a business, in some of those areas, or we may need to do a covert operation. Maybe we need to send in a group covert into Vandal Space, or a covert group into the Xi'an, or a group that just wants to trade with the Xi'an. So I can definitely see the Texas Space Navy having fleets of these alien ships to do certain things. Or maybe we want to, maybe somewhere down the line we want to kind of stage a false attack, or attack with a bunch of Tevarin ships and blame it on a whole nother org or something. That's just off the cuff. I don't think we're ever going to do that, because we're very much a lawful org. We're going to mostly do lawful gameplay. But there's all sorts of possibilities for these alien ships and how you can use them. And I'm very interested in seeing how some of those possibilities play out. You can see here now they're finally doing the whole scene that you just saw them shoot. It's really neat how it all comes together. I also want to talk about some of the subscriber stuff that they're talking about coming out for August. So August subscriber ship is the Saber. So you guys could be able to free fly the Saber if you are a subscriber to CIG. I think you can get in CIG as a subscriber for $10 a month, or $20. $10 gets you, a little bit less access. $20 gets you more. And one of the things you're going to get this month is going to be some new helmets, and I am in love with these helmets. I like them. I think they're really cool, really interesting. Some people said it looks kind of like Cylons, I guess, from the new Battlestar Galactica, without the whole red going across. So that would be really cool if we could have LEDs in it. Maybe just 2 LEDs for eyes or something. That would be really neat if you ask me. But if you're kind of a stealthy player, you wouldn't want that. So check out these pretty cool little helmets. They're called Paladin helmets by Virgil. I think they're really awesome. I can't wait to see how these go with some of the armor. They have some suggestions for what armor types they go with. Just really neat, really cool to me, and I'm all about it. So guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon to let me know let you know when I do more of these. I really do appreciate everybody that's been viewing the videos. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.